We wanted to show you guys how to make a super simple toasted coconut shortbread. So this comes together really simple with just a few ingredients, and it's a really easy recipe to do. The only ingredient that you have to make sure is vegan is the butter, which is a very simple swap in these days. There's many options at the store. My favorite is the Miyoko's brand. So that's what we're using here today. Whenever I'm baking, I always do it in grams. So this is vegan butter. Into the butter, we're gonna add some powdered sugar. So the powdered sugar is going to keep these cookies. A shortbread's like nice and crumbly, right? It's super light, it's super crumbly, nice and airy. And so we don't want to add any heavy sugars into this. We're gonna use powdered sugar. Make sure you're getting organic powdered sugar, and that's what's gonna keep it for, that's what's gonna make it vegan, is making sure it's organic. If you guys didn't know this, regular sugar in the United States is actually allowed to be processed with a certain amount of bone char. And that's what makes it white. And so if you're buying just regular sugar that's not organic, you're buying sugar that actually has bone char of animals and even humans in it.
Oh, stop.
So, and you know what? Organic is not always more expensive. You can go to the 99-cent store. They sell Zulka there. It is a completely vegan, bone char free sugar for $1.99.
Yeah, they actually go, they actually.
What do you mean humans?
Yes, bone char, and also with gelatin and stuff like that.
Oh, that's gross.
And there are certain things that they use to make body lotions, topical things. Some of those ingredients are made with actual human remains.
And remember, your skin is the largest organ in your body, so as soon as it enters on the skin cells, it gets absorbed into the bloodstream. So,
Don't do it.
That's nasty.
Nasty. I just added a little bit of vanilla into
Why
this.
you adding everything? I want to add something.
Okay, you can add
okay,
something.
you come here in the middle.
Come in the middle.
That's what she said.
I want to add something.
You can add something.
What can I add?
So now we're blending this. So we're gonna blend this butter, powdered sugar. I added a little bit of vanilla. You normally want to add coconut, a little bit of coconut extract. I didn't have any, so we just used vanilla today. Use what you have. That's what I always say. If you don't have an ingredient in the kitchen, find something else that's gonna work instead.
And I'm telling you, I'm a non-baker. This is not my skill set. And it literally is easy and flawless to do here. Chris is just really showing how simple it is, because it really is that simple. And then we have that.
And then we have Babette. She's already sleep deprived in us. It's not even 2 o'clock. So listen, you saw that cream together really easy, right? Like
no,
it was.
That's just butter.
It was barely any effort, because that butter was soft and it was powdered sugar, so that took no time.
No, it's sugar and...
I know, baby.
Yeah,
you
so
don't
you can
need to
eat that.
eat that.
See, even as a fitness person, I'm going to eat the
She
sugar.
doesn't need to eat the sugar and butter.
She can if she wants.
Oh my God. Eat the sugar and butter.
Especially this time of year, do not
If you
deprive
ever
yourself.
have a trainer that says don't do that, you know what? Let people live.
What if
You
my
have
lips
to
are
live.
like that?
I know whose
Don't
lips
eat-
are like that.
You know we're live. You know we're live, right? I can't go back and edit this. So this is a little bit of salt that I'm going to add to our flour. Now you could make this gluten-free if you wanted to, but you probably want to add in a little bit of
bacon?
yeah, a little xanthan gum or something, just to help these get to the consistency that you're looking for. So go ahead and add.
We're going to pour all of this in
pour
here?
all of that into here.
Could you tell me a little bit more about the xanthan gum?
Yeah, the xanthan gum, if you're cooking, if you're baking gluten-free, it just helps with the texture. So it's just gonna make it feel a little bit more, it's gonna help
Like
with
together?
the texture. Yeah, it's a good binder.
Is that something I can buy in the grocery store, or?
Yeah, that's readily available. Xanthan gum is readily available, or you can buy it on the internet. So as you'll see, this is looking just a little bit crumbly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
but
want me
this
to
is
mix it?
this is a
Yeah.
shortbread, so it is going to be a little bit of a drier dough.
Let the muscle
and we're
come
going to come in with just a little bit of
What kind of milk?
plant-based milk. Coconut milk is what you want to use, a full-fat coconut milk.
Why are you choosing coconut milk over things like soy or oat?
almond.
So soy milk is a great alternative. Again, if that's all you have, use it. But we're making a toasted coconut shortbread. So
okay.
you kind of want to
Got
add
it.
the coconut flavor anywhere you can in the
it.
recipe.
Got it.
So I have clean hands, and at this stage, you can
Sorry.
go ahead and get your hands into the dough. But before we do that, Babette, go ahead and add all of that coconut flakes.
We can add it now?
Yeah, so if you guys caught the story yesterday with all of the ingredients, you saw that we had to pre-toast some coconut for today's recipe. And that's what we just added in here.
So now
toasting
you
it
mix that
really,
with your hands.
Yeah, so toasting it really brings out the just the warmth of the coconut. It adds a different element to coconut. You really think of like tropical bright flavors, but when you toast it, it really warms it up,
It's
right?
pretty too.
And it makes
love
it.
the way
It makes
and
it
tastes
something
good.
that, and it tastes good. Now these little shortbread cookies you can sandwich together with, like a chocolate ganache
Yeah, I
in
was
the
gonna
middle.
ask you a chocolate.
I've done that before, which makes them, really beautiful for the holidays.
Right.
And for your fit friends, just remember the coconut oil is just another alternative that you can add to make it just a wee bit healthier of a sweet. So, and by the way, the best time to eat this is probably post-workout. So you can have your cookies and eat them
it
too.
Yeah, honestly, if you wanted to make these like super coconutty, super like health forward, you could actually omit the butter and swap in a coconut nectar and make it that way. It's not going to be the same amount of coconut nectar. You'd probably want coconut nectar and coconut oil, a combination of the two. But that would actually lend to a beautiful coconut flavor in this cookie as well. So here you can see we have like
That didn't take much
moist
time at all.
no, like a really great log of
Wow.
dough. And now we're going to just bring over a little piece of parchment
Oh,
paper.
so you just put it on.
Yeah, we're gonna put it in parchment paper and make a log. So these are actually like super simple,
Oh.
like slice and bake
That's
cookies.
awesome.
Yeah, like when you get them from the store and they're already in the tube.
Exactly. So you could make this dough, like if you're baking along with us right now, you could make this dough and keep this dough just like this in your freezer until Christmas Eve, and then pull it out, slice it frozen, and bake it off on Christmas Eve. So this is a great way to start prepping this week for the holiday because it makes it very easy come like Christmas Day.
And
So
see, this is why I drive in
good.
from Vegas for this. I drive
taking
in
Yeah,
from
you can
Vegas
do
for
that.
this. I mean, wouldn't you? Look at this. It's amazing. And in like less than 10 minutes, we already have cookies ready to go and to go into the oven. Did you preheat the oven already?
I didn't, but you want to go turn it on?
Yeah. So
Because
what temperature?
turn it to 325. So I'm gonna do these at 325, but it's a convection oven, so that's a little bit hotter. So if you just have a normal oven, do your oven at 350. And you can make these as large or as small as you want. Because I'm not gonna stuff these and we're just gonna make normal slice and bake cookies, I'm gonna leave the log a little bit thicker. And I'm gonna go pop this in the freezer for a few minutes. And if you guys have any questions so far, start dropping them in the comment box and we'll answer them why this is freezing and the...
I'll take it, honey.
You wanna take that? Just put it right in the freezer. Okay. The dough now, we're just gonna let it freeze for a minute so it can set up. The dough is great to have like in the freezer right now. So if you're starting to prep for the holidays, if you don't like coconut, if you're not a coconut person, you can completely omit the coconut, just add vanilla instead of coconut, and you just have a vanilla shortbread, and you can make it the same exact way.
Amazing.
Got it?
This one over here.
She's just ready to eat some
What are you
cookies.
guys doing for the holidays? What's going on? Are you guys planning anything big? You guys doing anything fun? We're not gonna do anything live tonight because this is our last live right here in the middle of the day before Christmas.
Yeah.
So if you guys have any last You want holiday everything questions to about have how to make air anything vegan, circulate around please it, and drop them in
Oh,
the
uh,
comment breathe box and cook now. while, like,
and we will try to answer them.
Well,
somebody said all Chef Babette do is tell you to go to Google.
Where they say that at?
Where do you eat for the holidays? I eat at home. I'm actually making like a beef bourguignon with the juicy marbles.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
So
check
I'm really
you out.
excited to try that because I just did the beef curry. So
How was that? The curry?
So good.
Yeah.
Was it
Go
good?
moja. I should have brought some for you guys. I taught Chris a little bit of Bangla, and now it is stuck. And I
Say
love
it again.
Eta,
Eta,
ato,
ato,
moja.
moja.
Eta,
Eta, ato, moja.
Very good,
Eta,
Matt.
ato, moja.
That means that's very good. Awesome. So what about you? You gonna be home cooking? You gonna be here for the holidays?
I'm not doing crap for the holidays.
Okay.
I cook every day.
I know.
Wait,
So
somebody asked a question. How do you make chicken dressing without chicken?
Oh, I
What
make
is-
dressing every year.
Oh, you mean like stuffing?
Like stuffing?
Like dressing? Is that what you mean?
Maybe you better get you them herbs, sage, and all
Yeah,
that kind
that's-
of
I
stuff.
mean, that's what
all
makes
you
the
need is the
stuffing.
flavor.
Yeah.
The stuffing is very easy,
Easy,
to do. Very
easy.
easy.
You don't have to have flesh.
No, the only thing with a stuffing that there's always eggs in a regular stuffing recipe. They always have you boil the bones and all of that stuff. You don't have to do any of that. You need to figure out other ways to put the umami flavor in there. So mushrooms are a great way. Using miso is a great way. Miso paste is fantastic.
Miso is the best.
But also all the herbs, like Babette said. Like,
Oh yes.
all
You
of
gotta
your
get your
holiday
sage,
herbs.
what do you call that other
Rosemary,
one? The rosemary,
thyme.
all of those.
You
That's
know,
all you need.
And
All you
also, if you're trying, like, if you have like one of those people in your family, like I do, like my dad who needs meat, I've put in like impossible sausage,
Yep.
And he doesn't even know.
he's like, I thought you don't eat meat, don't cook meat, and I'm like, you know, sometimes those meat alternatives go a really long way for those,
And people
of
don't
us
even
that,
know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I wouldn't be able to tell because Chef Babette uses these mushrooms and makes beef patties out of them. They're so incredible. But if I don't have the skill set to do that, I'm not opposed to just grabbing me some impossible sausage
Right.
and making it a
Right.
meatier option. So just know
Yeah,
that's there for you too.
yeah, for sure.
Smokey is down here.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have a guest
Smokey?
also from,
Smoke.
Hello.
Hey,
this is
Smokey.
Lizzie.
Hey, Lizzie Busy. Hey, Lizzie Busy.
In this kitchen, we allow animals.
Yeah,
So,
only alive.
yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, only living animals.
That's so true.
We don't deal with DNA.
It's so funny how like after going vegan, you don't even think about like it's so obvious, you know, that we don't cook animal. We don't even think about having nothing living in our house. So that was just like, whoa, that hit me kind of.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
many of you guys are transitioning over to the plant-based side, or you're actually just trying to eat more plants and that's what's drawing you here, or what brought you guys here today?
Sound off in the comments. Let us know. Like, what are you guys up to? What are you here for? Are you just here to stare at us, or do you like want
I'm
to
here to
want
stare
to
at
know
this
something? Do you guys want to know something? Do you like? Is there information that we can give you guys,
You just come to stare.
or you just want to look at us?
They don't even know what question to ask.
No.
That recipe was so quick, Chris.
I hope you guys make that
how do
recipe.
you ask a question?
I don't
It
know.
was like pam, 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 pam.
It was so fast.
It was so fast.
I hope you guys make
good.
those. What are the best foods for gut health? Wait, I'm a vegetarian at the moment. Haven't gotten to the vegan yet. Okay, cool. Well, that means you're on a journey for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
Are you still a milk drinker? Are you a vegetarian who like still drinks milk?
Octolovo
and
vegetarian?
Eats eggs.
Somebody who beginning stages for vegan cooking. Oh, that's a very beginning beginning stages for vegan cooking. First of all, take everything out of your brain that you think you need to know about cooking vegan and start looking at mushrooms differently. So if you used to cook chicken a lot, if you used to cook beef a lot, chicken, amazing. So let's start looking. I want you to like look at tofu and look at soy curls and look at things like that and flavor them the exact same way you used to flavor that chicken. If you're somebody who used to eat a lot of beef, I want you to start looking at mushrooms and flavor the mushrooms the same way you used to flavor the beef. That's exactly how I learned to cook vegan. I just started flavoring vegetables the same way.
A nut like walnuts with mushrooms and stuff like that. You'll really get a nice fleshy.
Yeah, if you want to do like a bolognese sauce with walnuts and mushrooms, that gives you a really beautiful like meaty texture in a sauce. So that's a very simple like way. I think too, if you're somebody who's like just transitioning, you don't have to like do it all at once or think you have to be perfect. So get that, like if you make mistakes or you know, you slip up or you accidentally eat something that isn't vegan, like don't kill yourself over it. Like it's gonna be fine. Like it's important to be like easy with yourself during the journey, because it's not.
You know what I see?
I see someone talks about they're doing a seafood now. So like that's. I see you're working your way down. Right. The best way to start looking at seafood is to kind of start looking at it like any other food that we have been programmed to eat, like pigs and cows and sheep and lambs and chickens, and
because they're doing a lot of the same thing.
You know, the thing I think the thing that people talk about, they're like, oh my God, I can't believe all the whales are dying, all the sharks are dying, and I'm like, yeah, but the whales and sharks are dying because you eat fish,
right? Like
that's a product of bycatch.
Well, also you're not going to get a fish these days, no matter what body of water it's raised in, that does not have some form of microplastic in it.
Not even microplastic. Like, do you guys remember Fukushima? Like, we have realized, like, the amount of times that the water has passed around the earth. There isn't an element of ocean that isn't touched by nuclear waste.
Right.
Yeah. So now you're thinking about things. Yes, and I know, okay, seaweed and all the kelp, and yes, but I'm not going to eat the animals that continue to live off of these other elements.
But even fish that are raised.
Oh my God, let's not even talk about farm-raised fish.
Farm-raised fish, they're feeding them soy, they're horrible. Yeah. Farm-raised is
I mean, I just
really bad.
I was the same way though. Fish was the last thing
me too.
I ate.
Fish and eggs were the last for me.
It's an interesting journey I think a lot of people go on and they go from fish.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with it. I think the thing that we wanted to share is that for us, it was also like a journey of exploration and learning like where my food comes from, what I'm actually eating.
But see, that's what's most important, for people to really have a knowledge of where the food is coming from, who's handling the food before you buy it to ingest it.
Right.
And we have some really pretty stupid practices for.
I mean, Simon Hill just showed a publication that was that like all fruits and vegetables contain all 9 essential amino acids. Mm-hmm. The problem is that we only have them in varying quantities, so it doesn't make it quite a complete protein unless I eat a garbanzo bean with a little bit of couscous, and then I have all the methionine I need to make it a complete protein. So the fascinating thing is that we actually have it available to us in all of our grains, fruits, vegetables. But we've been taught by the meat industry for a very long time that, you know, this is not where you should get adequate protein, adequate nutrition.
But humans don't even need all that protein as much. They just talk so much about protein, they've got everybody shook about.
Do you have a source recommendation for mushrooms? Where do you get your mushrooms from?
I just, wherever, you know, we can always order.
That's true.
You know, but normally Vons, any place that, you know, Whole Foods, they always have a lick of mushrooms, nice mushrooms. Yeah. But farmers markets, but like I said, we can order, you know, in bulk.
Do you know any? Oh, okay. We're bringing some stuff out.
Here we go. Our cookie dough is chilled enough. I would normally do it for longer, but here we are.
Oh, it is.
You know,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
I have a nice sharp knife.
Look at that log.
And I'm just gonna cut it.
So like 1/4-inch pieces, basically.
Yeah.
Now,
and
do you spray your pan? For this?
I would typically do. So this is a funny story. I had a private gig this weekend, and I left there, and I'm going back today to get all of my things.
Can I try and cut that?
I don't have.
Or is it too soft?
It is a little soft, but it's okay.
Still.
I just want to see, like, Chris has hand skills.
I know.
I don't.
Did you see what he goes? he kind of slid it.
Okay, so you
Slide,
so you
like slide, yeah.
I might be
And I'll
killing
probably
this.
let's leave the rest and we'll put it back in the
Okay.
freezer.
Okay.
So as you can see, even my slices, they may look a little jacked up, but they're not bad.
But listen, we're gonna bake
If I had
these
to
in
say so
a
myself.
we're gonna bake these in a cake tin because that's what we have. I was telling that story because all of my cookie sheets are at my client's house.
So you don't put oil in it?
No, this is for sure nonstick. They won't stick.
Really?
Yeah, they won't stick.
I never believe that when someone says it's non-stick because then that shit still sticks.
So listen, you guys,
Anybody else have that
if
issue?
this log was completely chilled the
Frozen?
amount of time that we
Yeah,
wanted
you
it
could
to,
bam, bam, bam.
it would have just it would have held up really nice and sliced beautifully. We're just gonna bake off 6 of these and
I love that you actually did this whole thing from beginning to end live. Because, you know, for those of you that don't actually work in like TV media, you prepare the finished part. You basically show all these pieces on the news. And that's what Chris does. It's so amazing to see him live on KTLA doing this.
So
it's
why didn't
surprising
you
when
put
he
the
does it.
other 4 cookies in there?
well, if they spread it all, we want them to have a little bit of space. So you always want to give everything a little bit of room when you're baking it. You want the air
So
to
you gave them
circulate.
an inch apart.
Yeah,
About.
you want everything to have air to circulate around it. It needs to be able to breathe and cook while evenly while it's in the oven. So you want to make sure there's proper space. Yeah.
I'm gonna need to get
We
that.
just did it.
I mean, this is so cool.
I know,
So
huh?
basically, see, they're a little crumbly here, but
you can just
but
put
that's
them
not
back
bad.
together,
That's
right.
totally not bad. That's
No,
amazing.
not at all.
That turned out pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I mean,
So you can get
if they
another
crumble a
little,
little bit, you smush them back together.
why don't you get another little thing and put those in?
Okay.
Always making more work. He's like, oh yeah, I guess I could bake these.
I'm just thinking about cookie sheets now. Think about where my cookie sheets are
At your gig.
at my gig.
I'll take it.
Cool.
Yeah, and the thing about this kind of dough, you guys, is you could flavor it with, you could omit the coconut, you could put chocolate chips in it, you could put coconut and chocolate chips in it, you could put cranberries and white chocolate in it, you could, literally the sky's the limit because the dough itself is just a base recipe. So whatever flavors you like, especially this time of year, crushed up candy canes and chocolate chips would be really delicious in there. It's really one of those things that you could.
Can you pre-make the dough and then add in all of the stuff, or do you recommend
But
to
you freeze the dough.
So what you could do is make a base dough and just do it like a plain vanilla dough and then half it.
Yeah.
And then add in
Right.
different mixins
Mixins,
to each
yeah.
dough
Cool.
and then make 2 smaller
That
logs.
makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's better fresh, obviously.
Yeah, and so you would make like 2 smaller logs and then pop both logs in the freezer and slice and bake them to order.
That's
Got
such a
it.
good
I
idea.
know.
Look at you bringing
Yeah.
the best party gifts in town.
And I've never made a cookie like this. I came up with my cookies and they just have gradually gotten better.
Yeah.
But I've never made a cookie like this from scratch.
Yeah.
Never.
Well, and I think too, people often think that something like this is really hard to
Yeah,
do.
I always think
That's why I never try and
me
bake.
either.
And most
I'm not
people
a baker.
have
But-
most people have all of that in their kitchen.
Yes, but here's this. I was like, can I use the baking soda that I just have? It's
Yeah,
sitting
see,
in
I
my
would've-
fridge
yeah,
for like
I
the
would've
last
wanted
2
to use
years.
that
let's
too.
talk about
And you
this.
didn't use that.
So-
And he was like, Shab, throw
Well,
that away.
We didn't put baking soda or baking powder in this
Right.
cookie because it's a shortbread. But that means we're not going to get any rise or any spread out of this.
Got it.
But if you are starting your holiday baking this week and you're like Shab and you have baking soda
in the
house that's 2 years old, do not use it in your
That's 2
cookies.
years old.
It keeps my fridge fresh,
No,
right?
and that's fine. And that's fine.
No, you did not.
You should have separate baking soda.
Yes, you
and
can't use that baking soda.
Listen, the things we learn. This is why I
Yeah.
have friends with these skills.
No, but I think a lot of people probably do
Right,
that.
and then I'm like, oh, it didn't rise. It like the cookies got stuck to the pan. Like there's so many things that go into it.
You should replace your baking soda and baking powder every 6 months.
Oh,
to make sure that they're fully.
I go through mine quicker than that.
Yeah.
Do you? Well, that's because you're always
I know
cooking.
I'm cooking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have nothing in your house fridge. Let's be honest. So.
Shut up.
She has some fruit.
And
I
a
don't
mushroom.
even have no fruit right
you
now.
got a mushroom.
I have nothing right now. I came over here hungry, didn't I?
Yeah, and all we're eating are cookies.
I'm gonna get another olive, may I?
Of course.
Have you ever made like savory cookies where you can put things like olives in them, or is that weird?
Like a
weird.
cracker.
Well, like ish. No, like a cookie texture, but more like a savory
Oh, I
thing.
mean, no.
No, I'm just saying. This weird one
So-
will probably like it.
So basically, what you want is something to eat with your dinner that look like a cookie
Yeah,
but tastes like a biscuit.
pretty much. Oh, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
I
a
could go.
scone.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, what would you call that, Chris?
I could go for a vegan
Hi.
oyster mushroom
Hey,
fried chicken.
somebody
What's
say,
up?
"Hey, chef." Mm.
Our cookies are in the oven.
Oh my God, this is
Who else
fun.
has cookies in the oven? Is anybody else joining us?
Is
for
anybody
this?
making cookies with us right now? Is anybody making cookies this week? What are you guys doing for the holidays? Does anybody have any questions for us? What's happening? What's going on?
You're so silly, Chris. What's happening? What's going on? They just joined. Like, what they talking about? What they doing? We already did it. Remember that?
You just threw that back. This is what it's like. Okay. How long does that bake for?
Yeah.
Making portobello pizzas. Where do I get the cookie dough? So we just made cookies. The recipe is in our stories, all of our stories right now, so you can screenshot it, and we'll save this video on our stories so then you can rewatch it later and make
joined
them.
late.
You joined late, yeah. So the recipe is in our stories. So go to our stories right now and screenshot the recipe. And we just went through the whole step by step. So you'll have to rewatch the video later after we save it, and you'll be able to see it. Hopefully you can fast forward through all the slow parts. But yeah,
What's that one say?
that one says nothing. People are just joining.
Oh.
What's up, everybody? We did a little bake along today, and we're just waiting for some cookies that are in the oven. Probably got about 5 minutes left. They are toasted coconut shortbread, and
Toasted coconut
they're
shortbread.
delicious.
Wow. So nobody's asking us anything?
Does anybody have any questions for us? It's the last live that we're doing before the holidays. So if anybody has any
do it.
questions about how I wish they made chocolate chip cookies, well, wishes do come true sometimes, but not today, my friend. Maybe next time we will make chocolate chip cookies, though.
He got his chocolate chips right here.
That was
You know
right.
what though? You could make these into a chocolate chip
Why
kind
not?
of cookie.
Yeah.
Because all you have to do is
Add
take
the
the chocolate chips out, or I'm sorry, all you gotta do is take the coconut out and
Add
add
chocolate
chocolate chips. So they will be like a chocolate chip shortbread. So we did make chocolate chip cookies today. I mean, kind of, right?
Okay, if you say so.
No.
You
We made
said no,
toasted
we made
coconut
toasted
shortbread.
coconut.
But this is a really great substitution.
It's
It
such
could be a substitution.
Absolutely, it
Yeah.
could. So it doesn't matter if it's a melty thing. You would still bake it for about 12 to 15
Can
minutes.
you
Yeah.
introduce everyone?
Can you reach? Yes,
Oh, well, who are you?
I am Shabnam Islam, Dr. Shab. I used to train my dear friend Chef Babette.
Until she left me.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Anyway,
Y'all know the
I'm
lovely.
Chef Babette.
And I'm Chef Chris Tucker. And we are the Three Musketeers. And that's it. And we're doing a cookie bake along right now. That's what you just stumbled upon. We are baking some toasted coconut shortbread, and we've put the recipe in our stories, so you can go there and screenshot it and save this video, or we will save the video so you can rewatch it all from start to end later. And yeah, so if you've joined late, don't worry, you can watch it again later. I'm gonna go
This
check
is
on the
fun,
cookies.
Chris. I love this. even though people ain't asking us nothing. So what's been going on, Shabby? Tell the people.
Just
What you been doing?
in Vegas, finishing my doctorate.
Oh, all she does is work.
That is life goals, right?
Chef Babette is goals?
Yeah, she said Chef Babette is life goals. I agree. Look, I mean, you gotta keep it young.
Chef Babette's life goals.
Yeah.
What do you do instead of eggs when baking?
Applesauce, aquafaba,
A
like
little vinegar. I don't use eggs.
Vinegar and baking soda create the same reaction as eggs do if you're looking for rise. But yeah, applesauce.
aquafaba is like the juice from chickpeas in the chickpea can. It really mimics like egg whites, so it's a really good option.
Yeah, it really depends on what kind of baking you're doing. If you're looking to replace egg whites, if you're looking to replace a full egg or the yolk, or a cake or a cookie. Cookies are really great to just use, your simple flaxseed and water. That's always a very simple staple. In cakes, I always use the baking soda and vinegar, which is the same thing Babette uses.
Yeah, but you don't even use the baking powder, huh? You use baking soda.
Baking soda.
Oh,
I do
wow.
use powder as well.
Because I use baking powder and
Yeah, it
baking
really just
soda.
depends on the level of acidity and the
Got it.
acidity.
When do you determine which one to use?
So it's all about the level of acidity. So baking powder has two. It actually has a acid already built into it that's going to activate the rise. So
Got
baking
it.
powder is it's baking soda and it's cream of tartar mixed together.
There it is.
The cream of tartar is the acid that activates the baking soda.
Got it.
So if your recipe already has enough acid in it, you don't have to add additional.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you for explaining that to me.
Yeah, that's the difference between the two.
Okay, got it.
Hi, Justine. Love the chickpea water for baking. Yeah, thanks for sharing. Yeah, that is a really beautiful. Like, if you're somebody who used to make macarons or anything, you can literally still make macarons and do it with the free water that comes in the can of chickpeas. You don't even have to have eggs.
Forget that. Forget that.
Oh.
Okay, we ain't talking about any of that.
Guys, our cookies are almost done.
I'm so hungry. Who else is hungry?
The chef, somebody says hi to you.
Hi. I love you.
Babette's definitely hungry. She's finished.
I'm so hungry, you guys.
Why didn't you bring me any food? I always want
I thought we were
burger,
gonna
a
go
nut
down.
burger.
I thought we were gonna go down the street.
She wants to
that
go.
place.
What's your favorite
Ooh.
vegan dish?
My favorite.
Like favorite easy go-to or favorite of all time?
Yeah.
I think there's like a
My favorite is the fried curry noodles at the Vegan Glory here in LA. It's so good.
I think my favorite is something I can't make, so I like that Mockin' vegan sushi
Oh.
place.
Oh,
hands down,
hands down, so
But
good.
if I can make my favorite, it's a salt and pepper tofu.
Oh,
So it's like crispy
that's good.
tofu, like spicy with some jalapeno and some garlic. So what's your favorite go-to? What's your favorite meal? What do you love? Because I stole the Mockin' vegan, but
I don't really have a lot. Like a stir fry with veggies.
You remember
with
that eggplant?
I love those kind of dishes.
Yeah.
However, I don't eat a whole bunch of cooked shit. So what I really like is because I miss eating chicken. I love when people know how to do those mushrooms.
Oh, the fried oyster mushroom.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
absolutely.
That's what I'm craving. That's what I want to eat today.
I love that kind of stuff because it's
You
been
don't-
so many
yeah.
years.
And you
since-
don't make it.
Yeah,
you don't-
19. I have not learned how to make those good yet.
Like for me, it's the flavoring, the lack of salt.
Ooh.
Okay, so this is true non-stick. Like,
Oh,
you see how
wow.
it just like I put
That's
nothing
true
on
non-stick.
it.
Camera too.
Yeah, like
Wow.
they just kind of.
That's amazing.
And this is a sur la table pan, but it's their store brand pan. So
I know,
it's
I love
actually
sur la table.
the cheaper brand. So it's a very affordable line.
Nice.
I
Let me
mean,
go
what's
turn this.
affordable? It's so tough.
No, but they last for a really long time.
I just want to show how hot this.
It's hot.
I know, but I'm just showing the amazing cookie.
Jesus.
But I have Deshi hands, so you can.
It's true.
That's true. If you did that to Balash, his hand would burn off and catch into a flame.
Ooh.
He can't do hot heat like this. See,
Those
you
are
can probably
pretty.
touch it too. That's beautiful.
Those are pretty.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. And with a cup of plant-based milk, Santa has got his night made out for
Oh,
him.
you go, girl. Yes, and when we gonna eat that?
So
right
what
now.
you can do is once they cool, you can, obviously if you're gonna make them, if your intention is to make them sandwich cookies, you could roll them into a little bit of a smaller log in diameter.
Oh, and then
you would sandwich them together
them.
with like, a chocolate ganache or something really, really tasty like that.
Oh, like a vegan Nutella?
Yes. Yep. Etu atuk mocha.
Eita ato mocha.
Eita atomoja.
Yeah. Can we taste it?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be hot, so be careful. Like blow it.
That's what she
You
said.
have to nobody
Here. Cheers. I didn't put it in my mouth yet. She doesn't care. Okay.
Mmm. It's like shortbread.
Oh my god.
You did so good, boo boo.
So buttery.
Oh, coconut. Oh wow. Really
Good,
good.
right?
You guys,
And not too sweet.
really good, and it's not too sweet.
Not too sweet. So there's just a little bit of sugar in there, you guys. So it's like these can really tolerate having a chocolate filling in them because the shortbread itself is.
So Rhonda would eat the heck out of these because they ain't too sweet.
Yeah.
Ronald's not gonna get any of these.
No.
We can't get them all.
No. These are staying here.
So,
We hope you guys really enjoyed this though.
I mean, here's the deal. Make sure that you prepare a log big enough where half of them belong to you and no one else and your bedside table.
Yeah.
Because they're that good, like that you won't want to share the whole thing.
No, like for sure make at least a double batch. And make it just plain and then flavor it differently. So you could literally make a single dough, flavor it several ways, and there's your cookies for the holidays. So super simple, super easy to make vegan,
And delicious.
and damn good.
And so we're gonna say, dashing through the snow. In a one horse open sleigh.
We gotta get her something to eat, you guys. But
Over
we
the
hope
hills we go. Laughing all the way.
we hope you guys enjoyed this. Let us know if you have any questions. And again, the full recipe is in our stories. So go on our stories, capture the screenshots so you have all of the ingredients, and let us know if you have any questions. Have a great holiday, you guys. Happy holidays.
Love
and
you
We
guys.
hope everyone has just the best joyous end of the year. Yeah,
Merry
so we'll see you
Christmas.
then.
Happy Hanukkah.
Bye.
Happy
Mwah,
Kwanzaa.
mwah,
We love you.
mwah, mwah.